One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on another team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now in motion. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Dropping back, it's Collins. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Intercepted by Maryland.
Man, that's not the start they needed. You're already the underdog. You've struggled this season going against a really good team. First drive, first possession, man, what do? You turn the football over. That's probably why they have a losing record.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and all.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Bringing it back. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Syracuse. with the interception. No, 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 don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. It looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
That makes the score Syracuse 7, Maryland 0.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Snagged out of the air. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I want to go play with that cat.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now improvising. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Grab near the marker is Fleming. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Terrapins are on the move. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. To the air. It's Washington. Now he's going to break the pocket. It's caught downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
And the Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on the back.
The Terrapins need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Collins. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Release to the back. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds his big tight end. Snowed under by the defense.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Washington. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Under fire. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. The Terrapins will move the sticks.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Number 7.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. You got quarterbacks that have those multiple options. They're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the option. The pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
That's the end of the first quarter.
That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Maryland.
The Orange back to work after the break with a second down play. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. To throw, it's Collins. Got it in the middle, it's Cook. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Ross Simmons. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Collins. Working that left side now. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Ross Simmons. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw again. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Now on the move. He breaks a tackle. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
They'll go to the ground. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout. And these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Tackle is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Using his legs to buy some time. There's a live football. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hatcher. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Collins. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Syracuse right back at it. This is a designed run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Syracuse mere inches away from a 3rd down conversion. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Syracuse 10, Maryland 7.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Looking to the big tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And the Terrapins need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Extending the play. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Collins. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Gill. Turning it on. Touchdown Orange. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Illinois is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Washington. It's complete to the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And you got man-to-man coverage, and you're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there, but does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Maryland! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Collins. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. A little screen to the running back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. wants to throw. It's Washington. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
A strike downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
The Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
That's the end of the third.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Maryland, 14.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Going up top again. That's caught. It's Smith. Breaks into the open. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Terrapins have this offense rolling. The give from the gun. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Washington. He's got it on the move. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Gets it out fast. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Terrapins! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw. It's Collins. Here's the pressure. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down coming up.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Maryland.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Hauls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Nixon. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the ground, it's James. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump. Base travel.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to set up the screen. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10?
Charcoal. Charcoal. Charcoal.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Collins. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the back. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Gill. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late. All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. On the move. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Timeout.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Working that wide receiver screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to throw, it's Collins. Puts it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most, when the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.